Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Shocker. Family and friends of a Golden police officer killed in a DUI crash more than a year ago are sharing their grief in a courtroom right now. A judge is preparing to sentence the driver who pleaded guilty to the crash. Officer Evan Dunn was killed on a snowy night in November of 2024 on the side of Highway 58. He was responding to a previous crash along with another officer when Stephen Gear ran into them. Court records show the former School of Mines teacher was speeding and had a blood alcohol level more than twice the legal limit. Officer Dunn died from his injuries. His partner, Officer Bethany Grusing, was badly hurt along with two others at the scene. They have since recovered, but Officer Dunn's family shared their struggles since that night.
I just don't have words that can fully and fairly capture how deep that loss is. It's real. It's forever. It hurts. It's the greatest I've known. The collective pain caused by this tragedy is immeasurable. Our loss is not money or property or something that can be replaced or made new.
Powerful and emotional testimony. Gear faces anywhere from 4 to 18 years in prison. We are in the courtroom and will bring you the sentencing decision on air and online later today on 9 News. A Denver woman faced a judge late this morning and is being held on a $200,000 bond in connection to the death of her 2-year-old daughter. Melissa Wayne is accused of child abuse resulting in death and for her toddler's Sunday morning death. Her boyfriend, 38-year-old Nicholas Stout, is accused of murder. The arrest report shows the two of them told investigators the little girl died after being too rough around the house, including jumping on a bed and then falling off. A man who was also living in the home told police he heard yelling and screaming around 1 a.m. Sunday, followed by silence for the rest of the night. We expect to bring you more on the court hearing later today on 9 News. Switching gears here, we should hit 50 degrees today. I mean, look at those blue skies. I don't see any snow, but the weather tide, let me tell you, it is turning frigid. We're going to have a cold weekend and some potential snow. So let's check in now with Keely Chalmers with our 9 News Weather Impact team with more details. Hey, Keely.
Yeah, get out, enjoy the sunshine and the pretty normal temperatures for this time of the year, because those temperatures are going to plunge as we head into the weekend. We have called for a weather impact alert for this Saturday as those temperatures drop down sub-zero, factoring in the wind chill overnight. Teens for highs. It is going to be cold. Beautiful start to your day, though. At this noon hour, we have got sunshine, blue skies, just a few clouds. If you are lucky enough to head out to the stock show, beautiful weather, a high right around 50 degrees. Cooler tomorrow with a high of 39. And then, yeah, Friday, that's when the cold air starts to move in. Our high for Friday, 20 degrees, but our temperatures topping out in the teens on Saturday. Current temperatures were already in the mid to upper 40s this afternoon. Temperatures mainly in the 40s across the plains, although a little bit chillier in Greeley with a current temperature of 39 degrees. And we're looking at 30s and some 40s up in the high country. Quiet today. We've got nothing but sunshine, just a few clouds in the picture. That's it. We'll reach our high of 50 degrees right around 3 o'clock. But we talk about Saturday. That is where we have this weather impact because of both the cold and actually getting a little bit of snow. We're talking about 1 to 2 inches of snow. And again, high temperatures in the teens. We'll break down the timing of that and go over snow totals. Good news for the mountains coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Keely, thank you. One of the next ICE detention centers could be in the Weld County town of Hudson. That is according to documents that the ACLU obtained. In more than 300 pages of records, ICE can be seen calling the old Hudson prison the Big Horn Correctional Facility. But legal experts say heavy redactions leave them with a lot more questions than answers. This round of documents comes after the ACLU filed 2 lawsuits against ICE over the last year. One of them is a letter contract from ICE for the GEO Group, which is the same group that runs the ICE facility in Aurora. The letter contract was dated December 1st, 2025, with all terms and prices redacted. The ACLU says if Coloradans' tax dollars are being spent on ICE's expansion, taxpayers should know.
I think there's a growing concern that ICE is out of control. And here in Colorado, they're trying to expand detention without anyone knowing about it, without any details.
We reached out to the Hudson Mayor and GEO Group, which referred us to ICE. Tonight, the town of Hudson will host its first regular town council meeting. And while it's not on an agenda item for discussion, it's likely to come up in public comment.
I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force.
Delivered that relieving statement to NATO allies at the World Economic Forum this morning. He's very insistent. He wants the U.S. to get control of Greenland from Denmark, but now he says the U.S. will not make a move like Venezuela. However, he went on to deliver a bold statement about NATO and why the military alliance should allow us, or should allow the U.S. rather, to take Greenland.
Every NATO ally has an obligation to be able to defend their own territory. And the fact is, no nation or group of nations is in any position to be able to secure Greenland other than the United States.
President Trump also called Greenland a part of North America and, quote, our territory. The president had already vowed to hit Denmark and 7 other European nations backing Denmark with 10% tariffs next month if they don't let the U.S. annex Greenland. He now plans to hold a series of meetings with those leaders at this economic forum. Children's Hospital Colorado faces a new lawsuit for its suspension of gender-affirming care for patients under the age of 18. The hospital cited pressure by the Trump administration when it announced the decision earlier this month. The lawsuit filed in Denver District Court on behalf of several families asks the court to block the hospital's suspension of that type of care and restore it. The suit argues it is a discriminatory policy and that it can cause irreparable harm. In a statement, Children's Hospital defended its actions as lawful and attributed them to the federal government's threats to pull funding from the hospital. It wrote, quote, "It is unfortunate that this lawsuit targets Children's Colorado rather than the federal mandates."